Good day. Thank you for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Dinner Royalty. As I said, I really appreciate the fact that you clicked on my video. I ask that you watch the video in its entirety. I do believe you'll find some beneficial information within the video. So today I wanted to talk about overcoming your lust. And nowadays, they say sex sells. And the reason sex sells is because we buy into it. I mean, everywhere you look, we got all of these different Instagram models, we got all of these different celebrities, male or female, um, and they all sell sex. Like, they all sell lust and desire for one another. And before I became abstinent, or what they call, on practicing semen retention, I was a real lustful, womanizing man. It was a big part of my life. It held a lot of space in my mind, to the point where, it's all I pretty much thought about most of the time. Thought about sex constantly, thought about different women constantly. And the thing about lust is it's a spirit. Lust is a spirit, and you can never get enough. I mean, I went from woman to woman. Even if I was steady with one woman, I could never get enough. Like, it was just, the more I got, the more that I needed, the more I felt I wanted. I mean, it was to a point where even if I had sex, after I had sex, I would still kind of watch porn and still jerk off. Like, it was like draining my energy. And not only that, the big thing about it is, when you're in a lustful spirit, we don't look at each other as human beings. We don't look at each other for who we truly are. We actually look at each other as objects. And there's a lot of toxic relationships, a lot of toxic situationships, and that's because in actuality they're just transactions. Like, no one is really with the person for who they are. They don't adore them for who they are. They don't like them or love them for who they are. They like them, I mean, they pretty much use them for what they have or what they want. A lot of the women that, I'm just speaking from experience, a lot of the women I was dealing with, like, I only initiated anything with them just because, one, I wanted sex because of my lust, for their body, how they looked. It never really was for who they were, because most of the time after I had sex with them, I realized I didn't even like these women. I didn't even have a real attraction towards them, but I would still keep them around just because I wanted to use them for sex. And that's terrible, because and maybe you can agree, man or woman, I've put myself in terrible situations, like, because of a lustful spirit, because of wanting sex. I mean, there's times I've been in places, I've been in situations where I could have been arrested, I could have been hurt, and most of all, I could have been killed, straight killed, just because of desire, just because of lust. And the crazy part is, as I said, we look at each other as objects. And when we look at each other as objects and we just have each other around for our own agendas, we actually invite toxic people into our lives that can actually destroy our lives, because they don't have the best intentions for us. They have the best intentions for themselves. And us as people on the other side, we may not know what's really going on in these people's minds, what's their real intentions for us. Sometimes people, us being in a spirit of lust, we can allow people who are being operated, because whether you know it or not, we're in the spiritual warfare. And we can be allowing people that are possessed by harmful spirits, and we invite them into our homes. We invite them into our lives. Some of us invite them into our friendship circles, our family circles. And these people have no intentions on doing anything but destroying everything in your life. It's terrible. Um, ever since I've got rid of my, ever since I've been abstinent or have, stopped dealing with the women I've been dealing with and been, steady on semen retention, in my life has been so much more peaceful. It has been so much better. Like, I don't have the constant thought of having to chase different women, um, because that in itself takes a lot of energy. Like, and you're going from none of the everything nowadays. Even if I had intended on being with this person, just this one person, everything nowadays is a fling. Social media has destroyed true relationships between people. We don't even know what that is. We don't even know what a real relationship is. We don't even know what real love is. Everything is a transaction. I give you this and you give me that. Like, we are actually just using each other for either your body or for your what you have, your money, or your your whatever it is. It's not for who the person truly is. So ever since, like I said, ever since I've gotten rid of I've had so much peace. I don't have to deal with people who don't actually like me for me. And also I get to see, and I personally see a woman for who she truly is now. Like, I can say, okay, this woman is a good person. Like, I can see her for her real spirit. I can see her for who she truly is inside. It's not just about a fat ass and a smile, because that's terrible. That'll get you into some deep mess. And I'm sure on the other side, women lusting for men with, a nice body and a nice car and a nice place to stay. I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I don't know what you guys look for, but I'm sure that has probably brung you hell as well, because, as I said, this person could be disgusting on the inside, may look beautiful and great on the outside, but are disgusting, destructive, and a demon on on the inside. And that was the other thing too. When I was in this lustful spirit, constantly chasing women, being a womanizer, I didn't even know what sober sex was, like, at all. Like, being sober and having sex, like, who does that? So that also added on to my addiction and alcohol. And now that I don't have, I haven't been in any, like, situationships or transactions. I have been sober. I haven't taken any drugs, haven't had any sex, and my life is so much more peaceful. So, I just wanted to make this video to hopefully encourage you to control your lust. Control it, because you can never have enough. There's never enough. The more you get, the more you want. And the more you become, the more you're putting yourself in danger. The more you're putting yourself in danger. So I hope this video reaches you in love. I hope this video reaches you in peace. And I'm out. Then a royalty.